Is everybody is familiar with steam table? Yes, sir. Okay. Kisar, Kiran, Kasakaude, Naik Nori, Madhuri. Good, very good. Only two. Gorakh Shinde. Others, please reply fast so that we will not waste our time. Any other than 3, 4 messages I got other than them? I will tell names. So Kiran, Naik Nori, Madhuri, Gorakh Shinde, Mukesh, Netragar. Others? Okay. Please write your message. Okay. So everybody is familiar, no problem. So what we'll do? Okay. Is screen visible to all? Is screen visible to all? Am I audible? Screen visible to all? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is screen visible to all? You? Okay. So yesterday we have seen that the effect of different operating conditions on ranking cycle efficiency. At the same time, we have seen the how to calculate the efficiency of ranking cycle, actual ranking cycle, what is isentropic efficiency of turbine, what is isentropic efficiency of pump, then how to calculate the actual efficiency, actual ranking cycle efficiency. So that articles were completed, and then afterwards performance parameters, which are the different performance parameters. Also we have discussed how to calculate the relative efficiency is the ratio of actual efficiency divided by theoretical efficiency. Theoretical efficiency means we are not considering the friction. Ideal case we are considering that there is no friction between in turbine and pump, and that way we are considering calculating the theoretical efficiency. Then we have discussed about the how to calculate the specific steam consumption. In short, we call it as SSC. Then how to calculate the work ratio. Work ratio is nothing but is the ratio of net work obtained from cycle to the turbine work. So net work means what? Some work, turbine is developing work. At the same time, that some of the developed work we have to supply to the pump, and that work we call as a net work obtained from cycle. And turbine net work divided by turbine work, so that ratio is called as here. That ratio is called as here work ratio. So that we have completed. So now we'll see. Then effect of different operating conditions. So mean temperature of heat addition is directly proportional to Rankine cycle efficiency, because eta Rankine is coming as 1 minus T2 upon Tm, where Tm we are assuming as a mean temperature of heat addition. Actually, in Rankine cycle, temperature is not remaining, temperature is increasing during the heat addition, but we are assuming when we consider the mean temperature or average temperature of heat addition, then it should be considered only one value, and in that case eta Rankine is equal to 1 minus T2 upon Tm. Okay, so Tm is going to be more, definitely in that case Tm is going to be more, definitely Rankine cycle efficiency is more, and T2 is less, Rankine cycle efficiency is less. So therefore Rankine cycle efficiency directly proportional to T mean temperature of heat addition, and it inversely proportional to T2. Okay, then boiler pressure is directly proportional to Rankine cycle efficiency. Condenser pressure is inversely proportional to Rankine cycle efficiency. Then by superheating steam always give the more efficiency. Therefore, by superheating the steam, efficiency is increasing. Superheating is directly proportional to Rankine cycle efficiency. Next one is here. Next one is eta Rankine. Now we have to solve the numericals. So first numerical is there. Write down numerical. Or this numerical we have to solve. Okay, so this is a numerical. Write down this numerical and tell me that you have written the numerical. The steam power working on Rankine cycle is having 1.5 megapascal pressure, 1.5 megapascal pressure in boiler system. Steam entering to the turbine is dry and saturated. Steam is expanded in the turbine up to a pressure of 7.5 kilopascal. Find out eta Rankine work ratio, specific steam consumption, and heat rejected in condenser. What they have given? The steam power working on Rankine cycle having 1.5 megapascal pressure in boiler system. Steam entering to turbine is dry and saturated. Steam is expanded then in a turbine up to a pressure of 7.5 kilopascal, and 7.5 kilopascal steam we are supplying to the condenser. So means in this case we can say that the highest pressure in the boiler is 1.5 megapascal, and lowest pressure in the condenser, that is after turbine is condenser. Steam is expanded in the turbine is after condenser. So pressure is 7.5 kilopascal. Okay, so this numerical we have to solve. First of all, what we have to do is there we have to draw the cycle. The steam entering to the turbine is dry and saturated. So cycle we have to draw. First cycle we have to draw. So on TS diagram we have to draw the cycle. Steam entering to turbine is dry and saturated. Means we have to consider that there are two pressure lines. One is boiler pressure. This is boiler pressure line. And another is condenser. So boiler pressure, steam entering to turbine. Point number one is there. It is here. It is point number one. It is dry and saturated, and steam is entering to turbine. Point number two is there. Okay, so steam entering turbine is steam turbine. Okay. Then afterwards condenser, and condenser pressure is given as 7.5 pascal. 7.5 kilo pascal. And boiler pressure is given as 1.5 MPa mega pascal. and this is point number 3. Okay, and from 3 to this will become point number 4. Pressure is Japanese form. Now what we have to do is there, we have to calculate the 4 enthalpies of this polygon. Don't join lecture in between so that I am getting trouble to admit you. Okay. So we have to calculate the 4 enthalpies. That is point number here, point number 1 enthalpy, point number 2 enthalpy, point number 3 enthalpy, and point number 4. This enthalpy we have to find out with the help of steam tables. If we are finding these enthalpies, afterwards our work will be less. So we have to find out this point number 1 related to that enthalpy is H1. Point number 2 enthalpy is H2. Point number 3 enthalpy related is H3. And point number 4 enthalpy related is H4. So H1, H2, H3, H4, these values we have to find out. Okay, so H1, H2, H3, H4, these values we have to find out. Now steam is dry and saturated, therefore how to find out the enthalpy we will tell. Or first of all, pressures in the steam tables are in bar. We will tell pressures in steam table are in bar. So boiler pressure is how much given in the numerical? Anybody? Boiler pressure in the numerical is given as 1.5 megapascal. And that pressure we have to convert into bar. And this pressure we have to convert into bar. We'll convert 1.5 megapascal into bar. We'll tell 1.5 megapascal pressure in bar. How to will tell? Anybody? 1.5 megapascal means 1.5 into 10 raised to 6.
6.
Okay, 6. What is there? It is pascal. Okay, but we want in bar. That it should be divided by 10 raised to 5, or is equal to, or you can say pascal, or is equal to 1.5 into 10 raised to 6 divided by 10 raised to 5, because 1 bar is equal to 10 raised to 5 pascal. So that relation is there. So if this is get cancelled, this will get cancelled totally. It will become what? 10 into 1.5 is equal to 15 what? 15 bar. Okay. So this is first boiler pressure is coming as 15 bar. And condenser pressure also we have to calculate in terms of bar. Condenser pressure. Again, we have to first of all we have to convert it into pascal. So 7.5 kilopascal means anybody? Kilopascal means how many pascal? Kilo means 10 raised to what? 3 pascal. Okay. And we want to convert into bar, then it is equal to 7.5. Okay, divided by 10 raised to 5, and already here it is 10 raised to 3. this will get cancelled and this will become 10 raised to 2 means 100. Okay, therefore it becomes what? 100 means 0.75 bar. Okay, everybody understand how to convert this into bar? Everybody understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is our intention. That is, first of all, what are the pressures are there? That pressures we have to convert into bar. So first of all, it will be 15 bar, and then afterward 0.075 bar. Then H1, but at point number 1 is having pressure now 15 bar according to steam table. 1.5 megapascal means 15 bar, and is dry and saturated. The steam is dry and saturated. Therefore, point number 1 will lie on vapor line. Therefore, directly we can take Hg as a, anybody? बोला रे तुम्ही, बोलत नाही तुम्ही मुलं, काय मला हा कशी पाहिजे इंटरॅक्टिव्ह कोर्स. H1 is equal to what? Hg, ड्राय अँड सॅच्युरेटेड म्हणजे काय असणार डायरेक्टली? What in the steam table? काय असतंय?
Hg at 15 bar.
Very good, very good. In your name, because I am not Hg at 15 bar. Okay, very good. Okay, Hg at 15 bar. Good, very good. काय तर शिकवले असं वाटलं पाहिजे मग आम्हाला पण हा. H1 is equal to Hg at 15 bar. Now what we have to do is here, we have to find out the steam table now. Steam table we have to go for, and 15 bar Hg we have to find out. So who will tell? Anybody is having steam tables? Okay, let it be now. The bar means pressure is 15 bar. Table number 2 we have to go for, because temperature, if it is given, then table number 1 we have to go for. If pressure is given, table number 2. Table number 2 is pressure is given as 15 bar. So pressure number, table number 2. Here is table number 2, and pressure is 15 bar. So 15 bar pressure is given in here, this first column. So 15 bar pressure we have to find out. Anybody of you? And 15 bar pressure is there, 15.0, and Hg value we have to find out. And this is the Hg value is, what is the Hg value? 2789.9. 2789.9. Anybody of you knowing that when I am coming out on this presentation, when I have to go on that slide, then what I have to go for directly? When I have exit from that slide, then minimum that kind of slides are appearing, and I want to go to directly that slide. What anybody is knowing in that thing? Otherwise, every time I have to go for this presentation mode. If you are knowing, then you can tell, so that we will stay over time. Okay, so H1 is equal to Hg at 15 bar, and it is equal to, value is coming at what? 27. Anybody who remember? 2789. Everybody got this? I want discussions. Maybe point, maybe 9. I will consider 9 kilojoule per kg. Everybody got this? How to get the data from steam table now? Okay. Now this H1 we got. Then H2 is equal to, what is H2? For at H2, what we will do is H2 is equal to, point number 2 is in which region? Ion interaction. Point number 2 is in which region? Dry, liquid, wet. कुठं असतं point number 2? कुठं आहे? Anybody of you? It is in wet region, and its enthalpy can find out by wet steam enthalpy. HF plus X2 into HFG. Okay, and this HF and HFG we have to record at what is pressure now? Bars 0.077. It is point number 2 is having pressure 7.5 kilopascal. So in bar it is 0.075 bar, and this will equal to, now again steam table, that steam table we have to go for. Table number again 2, now 0.075 bar. 0.075 bar is not there, then we have to take, sorry, 0.075. So this is not available, this value. So what we are doing is there 0.070 and 0.080, its mean we have to take. So 0.070 HF value is how much? 163.4, and 0.080 it is 173.9, because 0.075 is exactly mean of 0.070 and 0.080. And what is the average of this? Now these two values, anybody? 163.4 plus 173.9. This mean we have to go for. And HFG value is what? 2409 and 2403. So its mean will be near about 2405. 6 we can consider, and here this mean we will consider as a, anybody calculating? HF at 0.075 is mean of 0.075, 163.4 plus 173.9. So what we'll do is calculator there. Okay, so 161.4 plus 173.9 equal to, divided by 2. This value is what? 168.65. So we'll write here 168.65, and here this another data is there, 2416 plus 2409. Sorry. 2409 plus 2403. 246 plus 2409.2 plus 2403.2. equal to, divided by 2, this will become 2406.2. Okay, so these values will be what here? This will be what? 168.65. .65 plus X2 we are not knowing, into HFG is how much? 2406.2. 2406.2. Okay. Now similarly, now I'll go to this to save the time. Now this HF at 0.075 bar, 168.65 plus x2 into 2406.2. So this equation we'll call it as equation number 1. This equation we'll call it as equation number 1. So this is equation, this is equation number 1. Okay. Now here we want to calculate x2, we have to calculate. So we know that the process, so here 1 to 2 is what? Isentropic process. 1 to 2 is what? Isentropic process. So therefore we say that S1 is equal to S2. S1 is equal to S2, isentropic process. So S1 is again equal to Sg at 15 bar because the point is lying in the vapor line. Therefore S1 is equal to Sg at 15 bar. Again table number 2, 15 bar pressure and Sg value we have to find out. That value is 6.441 kilojoule per kg. So steam table again we have to refer. S1 is equal to Sg 15 bar 6.441 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. And at the same time, S2, point number 2 is lying in the wet region. Its entropy is given by formula S2 is equal to here SF plus X2 into SFG. Okay, so this is the S2, and again this value we have to record at 0.075 bar. So again 0.075 is not there. Therefore, mean of SF means mean of SF value mean 0.070, 0.080. So that mean we have to take, and that value is coming as 0.576 plus x2 into 7.677. Okay, so SFG again mean 0.070 and 0.080. Then S1 is equal to, we got Sg at 15 bar 6.441. So if you put here S1 is equal to S2, therefore 6.441 S1 is equal to S2 is equal to 0.576 plus x2 into 7.677, and this will become what? Then this will calculate x2 is coming as 0.76. X2 is coming at what? 0.76. Okay, and therefore x2, we got one equation, previously equation we are having h2 is equal to 168.65 plus x2 into 2406.2. So x2 value to put as a 0.76, and therefore h2 is coming as 168.65 plus x3 into 2406.2. It is coming as 1997.36 kilojoule per kg. So this is the value of what? H2. Then H3. Now if you go to the H3 here, what is H3? H3 is nothing but what? Liquid. It is lying on the liquid line. As point number 1 is lying in the vapor line, similarly H3 is lying in the liquid line, and therefore H3 is equal to HF. For liquid we are considering it as a HF. H3 is equal to HF at 0.075 bar. This value we have calculated here. What is that? 168.65. So therefore H3 is equal to HF is equal to 168.65 kilojoule per kg. Now pump work we know W pump is equal to here H4 minus H3. Therefore H4 is equal to H4 point here is not in the our steam table boundaries, or it cannot be found out by using steam table because it is not on the saturated curve or also not in superheated zone. So therefore it is subcooled region. Therefore H4 is equal to, we have to find out by taking the help of point number 3 enthalpy. And what is that formula? W pump is equal to H4 minus H3. Therefore H4 is equal to H3 plus W pump. Now how to find out W pump? There one formula is there. So this formula everybody have to remember. So we write down that formula. W pump is equal to 0.1 into boiler pressure in bar minus condenser pressure in bar. 0.1. This formula everybody have to remember. You write down in your notebook also. So pump work is equal to 0.1 into boiler pressure in bar minus condenser pressure in bar, and that value will get in kilojoule per kg. That conversion now you don't consider, don't here. Remember only W pump is equal to, because we are not that much, or otherwise I would have explained how this formula has come. So PdV formula is there, and from that W pump is equal to 0.1 or sorry VDP वर 0.1 into P boiler in bar minus P condenser in bar. So V is always constant for that. So this value will give in kilojoule per kg. 0.1 into boiler pressure in bar minus condenser pressure in bar. And therefore pump work is coming as what? 0.1 into boiler pressure is 15 and condenser pressure is 0.075. So this will be equal to 1.49 kilojoule per kg. Therefore H4 is coming as 1 कुठला ते 168 H3 plus W pump होय 1.49. So H4 is coming as 174.14 kilojoule per kg. 174.14 kilojoule per kg. Okay, so H4 is coming as 170.14 kilojoule per kg. Everybody got up till now whatever we have completed. Then we have to only find out the numericals now. The eta Rankine is equal to H1 minus H4. We know H1, H4, H2, H3 divided by H1 minus H4 is equal to 13.19% if you do the calculation. Then work ratio is coming as W net divided by heat supply, W net divided by W turbine. W net is equal to WST minus W pump and WST is H1 minus H2 म्हणजे जे पंप वर्क actually 792.54 and pump work we know how much it is 1.49. Therefore WR is equal to 792.54 minus 1.49 divided by 792.54 and is coming as 0.99. Generally the work ratio is always coming as what? 0.98 or 0.99 because pump work is very less. SSC is W 3600 divided by W net. W net is equal to 3600 divided by WST minus W pump. This value is coming as 791.04 and specific steam consumption is coming as what? 4.55 kilojoule per kg. Heat rejected QR heat H2 minus H3 condenser मध्ये रिजेक्ट होते त्यामुळे heat rejected is QR H2 minus H3 1828.71 and heat supplied will become what? H1 minus H4 is coming as 2 watt here 2015.76. So everybody understood this? Okay, everybody understood this numerical? Understood? Understood or not? Please write message. Understood or not?
सर अजून एकदा एक्सप्लेन करा.
अजून एकदा एक्सप्लेन करूया. कुठून एक्सप्लेन करूया? H1 H2 H3 H4 समजलं का नाही? का संपूर्ण?
सर H1 H2 पासूनच करा.
ओके. ओके. तो बॉयलर प्रेशर आपल्याला 15 बार मिळाले. 15 बार वी गॉट. 15 बारचं कन्वर्जन आपण केले 1.5 into 10⁻⁶ divided by 10⁵ 15 bar. Condenser pressure we got as a 0.075 bar. कसं आलं 7.5 into 10⁻³ divided by 10⁵ is equal to 0.075 bar. आता इटा रँकिन आपली काय आहे H1 minus H4 minus इटा म्हणजे हीट सप्लाइड H1 minus H4 minus heat rejected H2 minus H3 divided by heat supplied H1 minus H4. Therefore H1 is equal to Hg. आता पॉइंट नंबर 1 कुठला होतो आपला वेपर लाईन वर आहे म्हणून तुला काय म्हणतोय आपण H1 is equal to Hg at 15 bar. इथं आपण टेबल नंबर काय म्हणतोय आपण त्याला टेबल नंबर 2 जिथं प्रेशर माहिती आहे आपल्याला आणि एच जी माहित आहे. टेबल नंबर 2 ला आपण गेलो, कुठली व्हॅल्यू येणार त्याची H1 इज इक्वल टू एच जी ॲट 15 बार. तर 15 टेबल नंबर 2 ला जायचं, 15 बार प्रेशर बघायचं, आपण मगाशी बघितले. H1 इज कमिंग ॲज 2789.9. okay then afterwards we have to find out H2 value. So H2 value is what? Point number 2 is in wet region. Point number 2 कुठे आहे आपला? is in wet region. Therefore H2 wet region ची म्हणजे wet steam ची एंथॅल्पी कशी फाइंड आउट करतो आपण? H2 is equal to HF plus X2 into HFG. X2 म्हणजे काय? X into HFG आहे. पण पॉइंट नंबर 2 चा ट्रान्सफॅक्शनला आपण काय म्हणतो नाव फक्त X च्या ऐवजी आपण फक्त काय म्हणतोय X2. HF प्लस X2 किंवा X जरी म्हणलं चालतंय. तुमचं काय एवढं काय त्यात देयर इज नथिंग हे नॉमेनक्लेचर करायचं. H2 is equal to HF plus X2 into HFG. And this for this point number 2 corresponding pressure is what is corresponding pressure? Point not 75 bar. आता again we have to go for table number 2 आणि point not 75 बार ला काय करायचं आपल्याला HF आणि HFG फाइंड आउट करायचं आहे. पण त्या टेबल मध्ये काय आहे पॉइंट नॉट 75 नाहीये. तिथं किती आहे आपल्याला पॉइंट नॉट 70 आहे आणि पॉइंट नॉट 80 आहे. आणि पॉइंट नॉट 75 हा एकदम दोघांच्या काय मध्ये आहे. म्हणून दोघांची मधली व्हॅल्यू म्हणजे काय ऍव्हरेज मीन काढायचा दोघांचा. ओके, तर ते मीन काढला म्हणजे HF पॉइंट नॉट 70 चा HF पॉइंट नॉट 80 चा यांची बेरीज केली त्या बेरजेला 2 न भागितलं तर आपलं उत्तर येते 168.65 प्लस X2. HFG पण तसंच आहे. पॉइंट नॉट 75 चा HFG पॉइंट नॉट 80 चा HFG यांचा मीन काढून त्याची व्हॅल्यू किती येते 2406.2. 168.65 प्लस X2 इंटू 2406.2. दिस इज विल इक्वेशन, याला आपण इक्वेशन नंबर 1 म्हणूया. ओके, पण आपल्याला X2 माहित नाही. पण X2 माहित नाही पण आपल्याला एक कंडिशन माहित आहे. काय माहित आहे कंडिशन आपल्याला? S1 आयसेंट्रॉपिक प्रोसेस आहे. एक्सपान्शन प्रोसेस कशी आहे? आयसेंट्रॉपिक म्हणजे S1 is equal to with what we can call S1 is equal to S2. S1 is equal to S2. Why? Because isentropic process. ओके, मग त्याचा आपण उपयोग करून घेतला. डिटर्मिनेशन ऑफ X2 म्हणले S1 is equal to S2 because process is isentropic. Therefore S1 is equal to SG at 15 bar and is equal to what? 6.441 kilojoule per kg. S1 तसाच काढला. S2 तसाच काढला. SF प्लस X2 SFG. तिथे पण आता SF हा पॉइंट नॉट 75 बारला आपल्याकडे अवेलेबल नाही. पण काय केलं आपण SF पॉइंट नॉट 70 आणि SF पॉइंट नॉट 80 चा मीन काढला. SFG पण तसंच केलं आणि त्या दोन व्हॅल्यू आपल्याला मिळाल्या. काय तर S2 इज इक्वल टू 0.576 प्लस X2 इंटू 7.677. आपण ह्यातनं काय केलं आता पण S1 इज इक्वल टू SG पण S1 ची व्हॅल्यू माहिती आहे आपल्याला 6.441. तर 6.441 इज इक्वल टू हियर we have 6.441 is equal to value 0.567 plus X2 into 7.671. and here आपल्याला सॉल्व केल्यानंतर we are getting X2. what is that X2 value is here 0.76. X2 is coming as what? 0.76. and therefore H2 is equal to here 0.76. आणि आपलं इक्वेशन काय H2 इक्वेशन आपल्याला माहिती आहे आपल्याला काय 168.5 मगाचं इक्वेशन नंबर 1 प्लस X2 इंटू 2406.2 आणि X2 व्हॅल्यू वी आर गेटिंग 0.76. आणि हे जर पुटअप केली तर आपल्याला वी आर गेटिंग व्हॅल्यू ॲज ए 1997.36. हे फक्त कॅल्क्युलेशन आहे. नंतर आपण व्हॉट वी हॅव टू डू पॉइंट नंबर 3. आता पॉइंट नंबर 3 कुठे आहे? पॉइंट नंबर 3 इज लिक्विड लाईनला आहे. प्युअर लिक्विड लाईन. ही लिक्विड लाईन आहे आपली. ओके, ही जी लाईन आहे आपली कुठले येलो ने दाखवली कुठले लिक्विड लाईन. आणि पॉइंट नंबर 3 एक्झॅक्ट लिक्विड लाईनवर आहे म्हणून H3 इज इक्वल टू HF. पण कुठलं प्रेशर आहे? पॉइंट नॉट 75 बारचं. आणि पॉइंट नॉट 75 बारला HF आपला काढलाय आपण मग असेच. HF पॉइंट हा किती आहे 168.65. म्हणून H3 काय आला? H3 is equal to HF at 0.075 bar and this value is 168. मग असेच काढलेली 168.65 किलोजूल पर केजी. आता पॉइंट नंबर 4 स्टीम टेबल मध्ये सापडू शकत नाही पण त्याला आपण काय करतोय W पंप इज इक्वल टू H4 मायनस H3. हे तुम्ही लिहून घेत जावा मी सांगत असताना, ज्याला समजत नाही त्यांनी. डब्ल्यू पंप इज इक्वल टू H4 minus H3 is equal to H4 is equal to, therefore H4 is equal to H3 plus W pump, and therefore W pump is equal to, हा फॉर्म्युला आहे लक्षात ठेवायला, 0.1 इंटू बॉयलर प्रेशर इन बार मायनस कंडेन्सर प्रेशर इन बार. आणि बॉयलर प्रेशर आपल्या बार मध्ये 15 आहे, कंडेन्सर प्रेशर बार मध्ये 0.075 आहे, and is equal to what, 1.49 kilojoule per kg. Therefore H4 is coming as 170.14 kilojoule per kg. याच्यात पुटअप केलं नसतं. बाकीचे काय कॅल्क्युलेशन्स आहेत. एटा रँकिंग इज इक्वल टू H1 मायनस H4, हीट सप्लाइड मायनस हीट रिजेक्टेड डिवाइड बाय हीट सप्लाइड. H1 माहित आहे, H4 माहित आहे, H2 माहित आहे, H3 माहित आहे, H1 H4 कॅल्क्युलेशन 30.19%. वर्क रेशो डेफिनेशन आपल्याला W नेट डिवाइड बाय W स्टीम टर्बाइन. स्टीम टर्बाइनचं वर्क काय, H1 मायनस H2 792.54. नेट वर्क म्हणजे काय असते, टर्बाइनचं वर्क वजा पंपचं वर्क डिवाइड बाय टर्बाइनचं वर्क. ओके, तर 792.54 मायनस पंपचं वर्क आपण काढले मग अशी 1.49, तर त्यातनं वजा करायचं. सो 792.54 मायनस 1.49 डिवाइड बाय 792.54, तर 0.99 येतो. 3600 SSC म्हणजे स्पेसिफिक स्टीम कन्झम्पशन फॉर्म्युला आपला आहे 3600 डिवाइड बाय डब्ल्यू नेट. डब्ल्यू नेट म्हणजे काय, स्टीम टर्बाइन वजा पंप वर्क, त्याची व्हॅल्यू किती येते 791.04. तर ती 3600 divided by 791.04, 4.55 kilojoule per kilowatt hour. The heat rejected H2 minus H3, H2 माहित आहे, H3 माहित आहे 1828.75, आणि heat supplied H1 minus H4 2619.76. So this way we have completed numerical. आता anybody understood?
Yes, sir.
Anybody? All I want, all remark from everybody, whether you understood or not. I am there to repeat all these things. Please write remark understood, otherwise I will repeat for. Okay, understood, yes sir. Okay, only Naik Nore, Nikhil Pawar. Okay, good, Laute, understood. So this PPT also I will send today on WhatsApp group today. And one more numerical is there, you solve now. That numerical. And today we'll stop because I am having some another assignment. So next lecture maybe I will take Revanna Dado. Sorry, you are telling me to continue, but what happened? I am having another important meeting, so I will take one more lecture in afternoon session, or tomorrow I will take the one lecture. Is it okay? But still that I will send this PPT to you, all of you, to this PPT. So everybody have to remember one or two numericals, or you try to understand this efficiency. I have solved this numerical. So this PPT I will send to you presentation. So you just go through it. Okay. Now till that I want attendance, quick attendance, because I am having on meeting at 11. Very important meeting. So that I have to attend. Now in morning, now only one or two numerical I will take. Is it okay? So this one numerical is there, solved numerical on PPT. You solve that. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, no problem. Revana, thank you, Revana. So today is 23. Okay. So fast, who will